Hello ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, this is Megneous and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Pokemon. This Pidgey is not, why is Pidgey messing up my fraps? But anyway, so we are back. Oh, hello Falling Clefairy, we are back. I'm sorry for the delay. I apologized in my Minecraft Dinosaurs video, but just in case you guys didn't hear it before, I'm sorry for the delay. I had to go on a visa run to update my visa so I wouldn't get deported, etc, etc. And everything is okay now, everything is fine, I will not be deported. So, I had to search quite a while for these things. Look at this. I found two shards of Thunderstones, but before we do that, we are going to name our Squirtle, because I gave you guys a long time to name this Squirtle, and I do believe it is time to give this Squirtle a name. We are going to be naming this Squirtle Tsunami. Thank you very much. So Tsunami was suggested by only 2 people, not 3 people like most names are, but I really liked Tsunami. Especially since it's a Japanese word, and if you don't know what a tsunami is, you should totally put it in Google, not Google, but YouTube, look at some videos, scary stuff. But hopefully one day if our Squirtle becomes a Blastoise, they'll have that much power. But Novalee A and 7154 Gonzo, I don't know what's up with that name, but whatever, Tsunami, our Squirtle. So thank you very much for naming our Squirtle Tsunami. I'm sure it will be amazing. Now the question is, can we scale these walls to get these pieces of Thunderstone? I'm sure we can. Probably. Yeah, it'll be no problem. We can get it. So, there's not much going on in my life at the moment, other than the fact that I successfully got my visa. Everything is completely okay on that front. No others in there, of course. And I mean, some things happened at the immigration center, which I talked about in my Minecraft dinosaurs video. I guess I can tell those stories here as well, in case those of you who may not like dinosaurs didn't see it. But essentially, here in Korea, foreigners, as I've told you before in other series, foreigners are not treated as well as they should be, probably. Korean people often sort of assume that foreigners are here to make trouble. That's pretty much regardless of what color your skin may be. Korea has sort of been it's been referred to as the Hermit Kingdom. They were really isolated for a long time. Interacting with foreign people isn't exactly a big deal here, and by big deal I mean like it's not a very common thing to do. There are plenty of people who have never met a foreigner in their lives if they live out in rural areas, so yeah, things like that. Going to the immigration center is sort of a shock for someone like me, because I am technically a foreigner, and I don't really see foreigners very much, because I don't live in Central Seoul, I live in the outskirts of Seoul. I wonder if there are some more Thunderstone shards here. And as a result of that, there aren't really that many foreigners who live here where I live. I'm sort of the only one. When people see me, they know exactly who I am, and there's, if I ever do anything in my town that, ooh, is that, yeah, okay, good. That, I don't want people to know about, that's too bad, because everyone will know anyway. One time I came to my hometown here in Korea with my girlfriend at the time, and I don't know what happened, but within approximately 3 hours of me walking around with her out in public, everyone at my school knew that I had a girlfriend. Everyone wanted to know her name. It was just ridiculous. It was too much for me. So, stuff like that happens all the time here. Just to give you an idea of what it is like here for foreigners. But anyway, at the immigration center, there are foreigners everywhere because, you know, we're immigrants. We're moving here, whether temporarily or long term. It doesn't really matter. Either way, we're here for a time, and there's so many different people there. You know, you would never think that, for example, Russian people would be very common immigrants here to Korea, but there are plenty of Russians, and there are also French people, but mostly, for the most part, it's Southeast Asians. There aren't really that many Caucasians here in Korea who are, you know, immigrating full time to want to stay in Korea. They'll teach here for a year or two, sure, but you know what? I think I'm going to take these shoes off. Did that help? No. No, it did not. Alright, so we'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. Let's hope that that doesn't happen again. I think that may have been caused by my computer running two versions of Java at once. I have no idea why that would happen. But yes, what in the world was I talking about? I was talking about there being lots of foreigners at the immigration center. And where was I going? Oh, I was looking for more Thunderstone shards. Alright, so yes, there were lots of foreigners there, but mostly the people who want to move to Korea full-time to stay are Southeast Asian people, because generally Southeast Asia is not as well developed as Korea, and, you know, Korea is pretty well developed, all things considered. Korea is very close to Southeast Asia, so it's not that far. Culture is pretty similar in terms of a lot of things, not most things. I think I'm not willing to say most things, but many things are very similar. So as a result of that, Korea is sort of like the place to go, especially because it's easier to immigrate here than Japan. So, hello, Psyduck. Psyducks look quite strange in this mod. Magnemite, I don't want to have anything to do with you. Ooh, what's in here? Nothing. All right. But yeah, so for Southeast Asians especially, because Southeast Asia is less developed, those of you who, many of my viewers apparently come from Thailand, many of you probably know that, because Thailand is indeed less developed than Korea, although most people who come to Korea from Southeast Asia are not from Thailand. Most people are from Vietnam and the Philippines, which is pretty interesting when you think about it. Philippines being a place where most people speak English if they go to school and do well, if they don't live really like out in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, so there was a Southeast Asian family at the immigration center, and they, unfortunately, seem to have lost their passport. Well, there were many of them, and they lost one of their passports, and I don't know if you guys are aware, because maybe you guys haven't lived in a foreign country that's not of your own for a very long period of... Oh, hello, there's one. For a very long period of time. But if you're in a foreign country and you plan on living there for a long time, your passport is probably the most important thing you could possibly own. It prevents you from... Hello, Pidgeotto. From being deported. It has all of your information that shows that you're a legal resident rather than someone who snuck across the border. If you lose your passport, it's sort of a terrible, terrible thing. In Korea, if you're darker brown than the average Korean person, it's even worse, because Koreans can be quite discriminatory against Southeast Asian people. And so this family was essentially in tears because they had lost their passport. It was a pretty big deal. I, also being a foreigner, realized how big of a problem this would be for them since they lost their passport, and I said that I would help them find it, and we scoured the immigration center looking for their passport, and indeed, the person had dropped it in the hallway, one of the hallways of the immigration center. I found it. I was the person who found it. I was apparently a savior of their family. People were crying. People were hugging me. It was pretty awkward, actually, now that I think of it. But that was pretty awesome. I helped. I feel pretty awesome about that. Oh, I don't want to die. We're okay. But, yeah. So that was cool. Unfortunately, on my way back home, I rode the bus, so I was coming back because the immigration center is quite far ways away from where I live. And I was riding the bus, and I generally sleep on the bus. Unfortunately, I ended up waking up because there was a crazy person hitting our bus. And yes, this does happen occasionally. In Korea, if a bus is taking too long to pick up passengers, apparently some people think it's perfectly okay to get out of their car, go up to the side of the bus, and just, like, start hitting on the bus and stuff, which, yeah, needless to say, that woke me up because that was crazy. The bus driver started, like, fighting with the dude and stuff. So unfortunately I woke up, and I say unfortunate because the reason that... What is that? It looks like meat? Maybe skin? The reason that traffic was blocked and we were taking so long to pick people up was because there had been an accident in the road in front of us, and it... Ooh, I will gladly take this iron. It was not an accident between cars, it was an accident between cars and people, and I had never seen something quite like that in my life. I was not prepared for that, and needless to say, I wasn't really in the state of mind to not be traumatized or something like that, so it's possible that I could have been slightly traumatized by the things that happened outside of the window. And yeah, so I ended up going back to sleep and trying not to think about that. Still sort of something I'm dealing with. Okay, so I really think that I need to look into getting a replacement for Fraps, because this is getting ridiculous to the point of I don't even feel like dealing with it constantly dropping my frame rate. Sigh. Oh, the things that we deal with. It is currently nighttime. I have no bed out here. Oh well. But yeah, so... You know, hug your kids, hug your friends and family, because all sorts of awful things can happen when I walk outside my door. Sort of makes me feel justified in staying inside all day. You know, who needs vitamin D from the sun anyway? I know I don't. Okay. So, oh, hello, Magnemite. I believe, how many do we have here? That's 4. I think we have 3, maybe, on the other, back in our home that's quite a ways away at this point. I'm pretty sure that's almost a stone. I don't know which stone we're going to use yet because I haven't counted, but probably by next episode we will decide what to name Eevee, as well as what evolution. I think the names are going to wait off for another episode so that everyone knows what Eevee is going to evolve into. And of course you guys were always free to vote for Eevee. We don't have to evolve Eevee, since apparently that's sort of a big theme in the Pokemon television shows. It's always a question of, should I force this Pokemon to evolve? And really there's freaking graphical glitches. There's not really much of a reason not to, but I don't know, when Charmander evolved into Charmeleon, that was pretty terrible. There we go. Yeah, Charmeleon wasn't exactly a very good Pokemon. Oh, hello, there's, you know, rocks and stuff here. Oh, and that's water. Oh, Minecraft, you silly, silly game. Right, so I'm pretty sure there aren't any more things here. I guess we can start on our way home. I haven't seen any new Pokemon this episode either. Disappointing. Ow. Okay, so apparently, yeah, I'm starving to death. Time to eat. There we go. But yeah, I'm pretty sure... Oh, I don't know who's gonna win, really. I would like to say that it looks like maybe Vaporeon is going to win, but I'm not really sure. Which would be convenient, since we do have a water stone, but we don't have a fire or any other kind of stone at the moment other than grass. And of course, Eevee does not use the grass stone to evolve into Leafeon. We use the mossy stone. They're just snowy, icy stones here in the snow biome. But yeah, actually, I was sort of surprised. I don't think anyone that I saw said Glaceon or Leafeon. So I sort of wonder what... Like, I know that the original 3 are very popular, and I know that Espeon and Umbreon are also popular, because Umbreon is freaking cool looking. But... Ooh, what's that? Clefairy? What is this? Oh yeah, it's a Clefairy. Pretty sure we already caught a Clefairy, right? Did we? I don't... Let's find out. Clefairy. No, apparently we haven't. Alright. So, I guess it's time for me to try to catch Clefairy. Okay, and we're back. Oh, the Pokemon Fraps craziness. Why does everything keep stopping working? So we have a fainted Scyther. So I guess we're not going to be able to try to catch that Clefairy. Poor Razor. He's fainted. But oh well. So in terms of new things in my life, not many things going on. However, on the other hand, for space news, as there's always something going on. What is that sound? Hello? Hello? That wasn't a Golbat. I have no idea what sound that was. Is it below me? Oh, okay, it's a Sea King. I was like, what in the world could that possibly be? Alright, so in terms of space news, since there's always something going on in space news, the Grasshopper test. Those of you who may remember, the Grasshopper is a prototype that is used to... Ooh, that was scary. A prototype that is used to develop the software and how to basically make a rocket land on a launch pad. They've been using Grasshopper. SpaceX, of course, has been using Grasshopper for quite a while now, so I've linked... What are you doing in this Pokemon Center? I've linked to multiple videos to the old test, but this test, because it's the last one on their license, and they decided that they're just going to go all out as high as they were allowed to go by the American government, to 744 meters. This is really, really high. It's over 2,000 feet, so yeah, as you can imagine, it's really, really tall. They have a hexacopter that's taking video, and it's amazing when it lands. It lands right back where it was supposed to, right where it took off from. Everything is beautiful. If you would like to see that video, please click on the link below in the description, because it is totally awesome. Where in the world did this Clefairy go? I bet Clefairy disappeared, never to be seen again. Oh, I am such a sad Pokemon master. Not here in Pixelmon yet, technically not a Pokemon master, but at least in blue version I am. Ah, Clefairy, you are one of the most annoying Pokemon this world has ever seen. How could you just up and disappear on me like that? How could you betray me, Clefairy? I don't need Piloswine. Why do people continually try to contact me while I'm playing video games? Grrr. Oh, there we go. Clefairy. Okay, we clearly don't have that many Pokeballs, but... Ah, there we go. False swipe! Clefairy used follow me? What in the world does follow me do? All these newfangled moves. I don't even know. I remember back in the day when Clefairy was like Metronome. I don't know this follow me nonsense. 3 Pokeballs. Let's see if they work. They're probably not going to work, because let's be honest, Pokeballs and Pixelmon, they never work. I wish I could see something. But yeah, anyway, I'm really looking forward to seeing when we have... Oh, awesome! We actually caught Clefairy. That's cool. Alright. Nice. New Pokemon. So, I'm looking forward to seeing a first stage of a Falcon 9 rocket return to the launch pad, because although Grasshopper prototypes are totally awesome, and the Grasshopper 2.0 is going to be ready soon with a whole 9 engines, additional fuel, it'll be longer, it'll be the same size as the first stage of the Falcon 9 version 1.1. It's also going to have landing legs attached to it, which is going to be sweet. All of those things are really, really cool, but I, of course, would like to see a real Falcon 1 stage return and basically make rocket history. That would be absolutely, that would make my life, actually. I'd be pretty good after that. So apparently the Rhydons are like beating the crap out of each other up there. I don't want to be involved in that. Alright, so apparently our frame rate is just going to crap again. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. My name is Megneous, and I will see you next time.